Hello everyone, Shadefire here, and welcome back to Let's Play The Suffering. This is episode 12, and it may very well be the last episode, because we've activated the lighthouse, and we have reached the docks where, apparently, a ship is coming to pick us up. Don't really know what happened to Ernesto. I think I might have despawned killed him. And by extension, I don't know what happened to Consuela. That looks like the docks there. That's probably where we need to go after we do whatever we have to do up here. Then again, how many pages do we have left in the notebook? 'Cause I feel like we still got a few openings. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we have 4 more pages in here, but they all look like they might be boss pages because they're at the end of the notebook. So who knows what's going to happen.
Diagnosis is complete. Your cure is at hand. You might think my methods a bit unorthodox, but my results will speak for themselves. Ahead you will encounter something altogether unlike what you've seen before. But I have something that can help you. A device that can cure you, put your demons to rest. But only if it is sufficiently powered, and only if you are in your more, shall we say, primal form. Use this correctly, and you cannot help but be cured. You do want to be cured, don't you, Doc? It's up to you now.
So I'm not really surprised that we didn't actually shut down Killjoy when he made it sound like we did, because having played the second game, I can say that he does still appear to Torque in the second game. So I knew that he wasn't gone for good. Oh, okay. They're not really giving us much to work with here with just 2 health.
Oh, gee, what happened? What happened to us? We could have had it all, but it got all screwed up. And now it's too late. Too late for all of us.
It's not too late for me. I'm still alive. Alright, so it sounds like we're gonna have to do a bit of a gauntlet here. The docks. Something hidden under there. I guess we're just gonna have this blur filter over this whole section. Oops, didn't mean to bring that up. I meant to bring up the Consuela notebook. I feel like I must have missed a few little side areas.
The only functional dock remaining on Carnate, this is the sole point of entry for inmates and their visitors, as well as corrections officers, and those of us who happen to be married to them. I remember the first day I came to Carnate. It was raining in sheets, and the ship had trouble docking. I remember thinking the island didn't want us coming here. I've long thought it would have been better if we had turned back then.
Alright, well, last area in the notebook.
The man was wearing black clothes. He was like a shadow. I didn't see him, and then he was there. Oh, Daddy, I wish you could have been there. I know you would have kept us safe.
Are you saying that I didn't kill you? Alright, guess we're fighting ourselves. Not sure what this has to do with powering this thing up. I don't want to start tossing explosives around because I'm pretty sure these blue crates are explosive, and I'm just going to blow myself up if I do. I wish I remembered how to switch to flashbangs. They might actually come in handy here. Okay. I got hella comboed there. Probably for the best, though. I took way too much damage from that explosion. Probably a good idea to just shoot those crates as soon as I can. Could try using the flamethrower on ourselves. Not really much reason to save it, I don't think. Okay, let's just make a save here.
The man was wearing black clothes.
For some reason, the flamethrower does seem to be, like, the strongest weapon, even though it just shoots fire. And you'd think it wouldn't be any better than the Molotov. I might have to switch to my insanity form to actually kill this guy. Wow. Alright, that wasn't a good idea. Do I just shoot him?
The man was wearing black.
Alright, let's just save here. Since this might take a while. Nope. Wow. Okay, good save point. Immediately back up. I don't know why these mainlanders are here. They just seem to be here to be annoying. Because they respawn. Or maybe I just need him to kill them. And that's how I charge this thing up there. No, he won't fight them unless I'm dead. Man, having that screen pop up when I load a save is not great, honestly. I'm not sure what that does. I can run over here. Okay. It hit me in the air. I thought I could just jump. I'm gonna have to move and then make another save when I'm not standing directly in front of him. Nope, that's not gonna be a good save. Can I, like, open these? Nope. I mean, let's just try shooting him for a bit. I haven't actually focused down on just trying to blow him up or, you know, finish him off. He does seem to be taking damage. mean, I don't know. Maybe I need to kill mainliners in insanity form to charge up that thing. And that's why they respawn. Well, I'm just supposed to avoid my other form. Because he kind of fucks me up pretty good if he catches me. Oh boy. It would really suck, though, if I'm supposed to kill those things in this form, because I'm just going to take poison damage. Also, watch out for that. Man, that was a really bad save to make. I was like, oh, it's just the start of a fight, but I completely forgot that it takes, like, 3 seconds for your screen to stop being blocked. I wish it was a little more obvious what to do in these fights. Let's see if this is a better save, since he's a little farther away. It seems like using insanity on myself actually just damages me completely. And that's why I keep dying when I try to fight myself. That also means, though, I can't use my... Oh no. I'm gonna go fetal here. It also means I can't use my ground pound. Lest I hit myself. Ow. Forgot about those syringes knocking you out of that form. They have anti-insanity drugs in them. Well, now I need to charge my insanity back up. Oh. You know, for as chatty as NPCs are, it's surprising that they never say anything in boss fights. Except for Hermes, when he was constantly shitty taunting. Did I hit my other body when I threw that? Alright, so this is probably going to be the whole video. Oh, God damn it. Either that, or I'm going to have to stop and just look up what to do here, because... Again, it doesn't seem very apparent. I'm just going to try... Okay. I have now confirmed, because I wasn't sure if that was actually the case, that hitting myself will damage me. It's really annoying, though, if I get knocked out, because it means I have to kill a couple of these guys to get it back. Don't really know why I'm using the Tommy gun. Like the worst weapon against everything. But like, of all the enemies that I would have to recharge on, having it be these guys sucks the most because they're the only ones that can mess with my transformation. Also, half the time that attack doesn't even hit them, it just goes over them. So, this is not a fun boss. Oh cool, I'm dead. Oh cool, I'm also dead. Like, maybe the solution is really obvious what I'm supposed to do here, but if it is, I'm totally missing it. All I know is there's this stupid crane here that does something. And it seems like I just have to avoid myself. Come on, stop walking into my claws. Like, I would almost prefer that if I can't damage this version, then he would just not, you know, bleed and everything when I shoot him. Because then it would be obvious that I'm not doing anything. Alright, Torque. Didn't want you auto-locking onto yourself there. Can I really just not kill this friggin' jerkbag? It's really gonna suck if there's actually a boss after this that isn't just whatever this is that I then need the ammo for. Yep, got hit once, now I'm knocked out of it. Gotta kill like 3 of these guys to get back into insanity form. This really sucks. Like, this is just awful. And I am going to give up here and just look up what I'm supposed to be doing instead of just doing the same thing over and over. Because that's the real definition of insanity here. Alright, so some investigation has not been particularly useful, but it has at least told me that I'm supposed to beat this guy with guns. It also says that I should eliminate the mainliners first, but they just infinitely respawn, so not sure about that. Also, there is a machine gun there. I wonder if I can get to that. The other thing I found out unintentionally while I was trying to figure out what to do here is that apparently there was a Easter egg weapon that I missed called the Gonzo gun, which is a chicken. It's a chicken that shoots eggs, and it is the most powerful weapon in the game. Nope. Please don't combo me. So, it would have been nice if I actually had a few healing items here. Okay, he's down. So I guess we didn't need to use the crane device for anything yet. Also, how did Killjoy even get that thing here? You can't tell me that was always here. Maybe this is why we haven't seen him since the asylum. He was too busy somehow dragging that thing here.
They killed us to get to you, didn't they? I forgive you, Dad. You couldn't keep us safe forever. I just wish I could have said goodbye.
Ow. Alright. I think we're in opposite town now, where I have to use insanity on the human form. Wow. He went down a lot quicker. Okay. Now what?
You always had the worst luck, T. We didn't work out for so long. And when we got close, it all got taken away. You'd never hurt us. Not on purpose. No matter how angry you got at the world, you always loved me and the boys. Now's the time, T. You need to face down the anger you have inside. Remember, I'm right there with you.
So I guess this is not like a Silent Hill downpour situation, where if you had played the evil path, you would have actually killed them. Alright. That's me just hanging out there. Now, I would guess this is where we need this crane thing. But boy, I really have to do all three forms with no health, do I? Okay, so we got this magic that we only had like once in the game. Which I just noticed is taking up my grenade slot. Okay, I see. So we just need to like let this thing recharge. I don't know if I have to hit him in his core. Like I don't know if I'm just damaging him or if I'm doing it wrong. I don't think I can lower this thing because he's in the way. Okay, there we go. So I just need to kind of stay alive. Oh, which is not how you do that. Boy, I hope there was a checkpoint. Nope. Cool. That's great. They expect you to fight all three of these with no health and no checkpoint. But it definitely seems doable. I mean, this actually seems to be the toughest of the three. I wonder if the mainliners are actually there to give you the hint that you're not supposed to use insanity. Though I'm not sure what Dr. Killjoy's hint about, oh, you've got to use your more primal form, when that doesn't actually do anything. I can't even get in here until the last one shows up.
They killed.
Alright. Ow. So I'm a little better off this time. I do actually have some health. Assuming I can avoid taking too much damage from this torque. he's down. Alright. I've got half a health bar, and I'm ready to kick some ass. Hopefully. I don't know how I'm supposed to get to that machine gun.
Luck, T.
So, the fire is the main thing I gotta worry about. I don't know what that black ooze he shoots out is, but it's probably not great. Just wondering if I can use the guns to get him to back off, because I have to actually get to the switch. Also, interestingly, I do actually seem to be safe in that spot. That seems to be working. And I guess I don't need to move this thing? Because it gave me another charge, so I suppose I just need to hang out around it. Magic missile. Okay, watch out for these fireballs, which just kind of disappear. A lot of his attacks don't seem to really do much. But yeah, I'll just hang out around this thing and get my charge back. It's a lot easier than what I thought I had to do. I thought I had to, like, raise the crane up so that the lightning would recharge it. Always making boss fights more complicated than they need to be for myself. Alright. Just gotta not hang out in front of him when he does that, because those things just shoot right down on your head from there. Alright, well, I'm confident I've got this, though.
Worst luck, T.
Also, really glad that you can make make your own saves. He actually doesn't seem to like the fire, considering it actually did light him on fire. So am I out of all my other grenades? Is that why I'm using flashbangs? Yeah, I think I am. So I just need to survive long enough to get here. And, you know, let's just save here. Remove that first step of just standing there doing nothing. It's a lot different than I remember the last boss of the second game being. Which I think was a more standard boss fight. But how many lightning bolts do I need to throw at him? It's only kind of when he's on the side that those things seem to be hard to avoid. Because back here, I can just kind of hang out behind these boxes. But when he's on the sides, it's a little harder to do that. Oh. Okay, he's not done yet. I thought that was a dramatic death. But that just seemed to be, I am wounded. Grab another charge. I mean, kind of a fancy boss, but really not that climactic in terms of what we're actually doing here. Aha! Avoided it for once. So, this is supposed to be like the rebirth power. Hold on, before the game ends, let's check with the entry is in here.
I only briefly saw this enormous creature a single time, near the docks. I cannot even begin to describe him, save for one thing. He seems to be quite literally connected to an inmate, the convicted killer Torque. Incredible as it may sound, this creature appears to have a miniature version of Torque attached to him via a long umbilicus. Beyond that, I can only say that I view him as the most evil of all the creatures, a pure manifestation of fury and hatred.
So it's kind of funny to imagine that the final boss was just kind of hanging around here the whole time. And then we have like 3 more pages that I suppose aren't going to get filled. Really, Torque, you couldn't take on one guy with a baseball bat?
The Colonel sends his regards. Back in Eastern, he warned you, but you didn't listen. He said to leave you alive. Only you. Enjoy your new life.
Whose hands were those? Alright, so somebody wanted revenge on Torque for something he did at a different prison, so they killed his family and got him sent back to prison?
I don't know what the hell's happened, but we gotta get out of here. Another boat's coming to pick up anybody else who's left.
Really? You guys sent one boat? Like, we can only take one person at a time.
Hold on. You're that guy Torque, ain't you? I heard about you in the news. I got a friend at the DA's office. Says the prosecutor on your case is being indicted. Says you probably get a new trial. Guess it's your lucky day, huh? Jesus. You look like you've really been through hell.
So, you see anybody else?
This picture, T. I don't want us to ever be apart again. Love always, Carmen.
Did you see anyone else alive on the island? Not gonna say anything? You're a quiet one, aren't you? Alright, well I guess that's the suffering. So, the Colonel from the World War II island, I guess he never really became a spirit. I thought he would be one of the evil spirits we'd have to fight, but we never really saw him except for in the flashbacks, so I guess not. Well, that's the suffering. Again, I don't think it's an amazing game or anything, that it's some kind of lost gem, but, you know, I thought it was alright, and was probably even better when it came out. I like the creature designs, the whole idea of monsters based on various forms of execution, but there were definitely some parts that really bogged down. Like, I think there were too many turret sections, and kind of too many places where it's like, just fight a bunch of enemies here, I don't know. I do also wish that NPCs wouldn't despawn if you walked away from them, but that's just a minor thing. So yeah, that's the suffering. It was fun. I probably should have played it a lot sooner. You know, probably would have appreciated it a little more if I had played it back when it actually came out, instead of, what, like 10 years later or something? But I don't know if I'm gonna do a playthrough of the second game, because the second game wasn't great or anything. Again, I think it was just kind of okay for its time. But it does have some interesting variations on the monster theme, since it is all about violent crime in Baltimore, rather than forms of prison execution. So, I don't know, it might be worth going to at some point, but it's definitely not on my priority list of playthroughs to do, when I've got so many other games to do. I will probably end up doing Call of Cthulhu Dark Corners of the Earth, which was originally going to be the game that I started in October, but I had some trouble during recording for that, so that's why it ended up being this instead. But yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed this journey through Carnate Island, and Torque's personal journey through remembering that he wasn't the one who killed his wife and kids. I'm not really sure why he had trouble remembering that. It doesn't seem like there was anything they did to him to give him like a mental block. They're just like, we killed your family now, have fun with that. I mean, I guess he got hit in the head with a baseball bat and that was enough for it. I will say, though, that things do not go well for Torque when he gets back to the mainland, because the second game starts exactly where the first one ends. We did get a journal entry there for his family, but I don't know how we'd even check that. I don't know if there's a New Game Plus. Dallas and Luther. Who was Luther? Hermes and Sergei. We don't know what happened to Sergei. He's probably stoned out of his mind and passed out in the asylum. Killjoy and Horace, Clem, Ernesto. I guess also Consuela never appeared. I kind of thought she would, because she also shows up in the second game, so canonically she survived. But I guess not Ernesto? Anyhow, that's the suffering. Oh, we can open archives from here. So I don't know what these last two pages are. Maybe that would have changed if I had beat it on, like, the evil playthrough.
Other entries, I discussed Torque, the notorious inmate who seems at ease dispatching these creatures. I recall seeing in the sun a picture of the man's ex-wife and 2 boys, and I have drawn it here from memory. I remember they were a beautiful family, and it seems unbelievable that any man so blessed would have the audacity to kill them so savagely. But as we all know, beauty alone is often not enough.
So yeah, the other ones might be for, like, the evil ending and the neutral ending? I don't know. The second game, it's a lot more obvious what your alignment is, because it actually does change your insanity form. Whereas here, I just assume I had enough good points to get the good ending. Anyhow, I've been Shadefire, this was The Suffering, and I hope you'll join me for future adventures in fighting various kinds of supernatural creatures. But until then, take care, everyone.